Discover the true you. Enhance your life. Explore your capabilities. Transform your mind and body for a healthier, happier life. This is your time to take control and awaken the strength in you. Feel alive with Munira and Agatha.
Welcome to Alive with Munira and Agatha, a wellness program that focuses on the mind, the body, and the soul. I'm here with these gorgeous, phenomenal ladies. And right now, we're just going to be talking about who they really are without all that profession that they normally do on a daily basis. So I'll start with Munira. How are you doing, Munira?
I'm well. How are you?
I am so great. So who's Munira?
That's an interesting question. Who am I? I'm not a saint, right?
Yeah.
And I'm no religious leader. And I'm no grand teacher. I'm just a simple woman who has experiences in life, who's gone through stuff, and that's who I am, like any other woman.
She's not a saint, guys. She's not a religious teacher. She's just a simple woman who just lives in this world and has a great gift that we're gonna find out about a little bit later on. And now on to Agatha. I'll have you guys know that she's called the boss lady, but we're gonna look into that and find out why the boss lady. Where did this start? So Agatha, let the people know who Agatha is.
Well, Agatha, aka Boss Lady.
Hello.
You know? I actually got that name from some of my clients. We had a boot camp, and you know, I'm very stern and we need to do things like this, and they were always like, boss lady, so that's how it caught on.
Okay.
But taking it back to who I am just a passionate female who is in love with life, who just wants to do amazing things and just help people and get the message out there that life is worth living. And you can be happy, you can be content, you can be complete. Yes.
You know, she said something interesting. She's a very passionate lady. And I think everybody can see how she's wearing. So this is part of her passion, which we're going to find out about a little later on. So here with me, these ladies are professional in their field. She's a life coach and she's a certified trainer. I'm going to emphasize on the certified because I think most of the time people think being a trainer is just like, okay, I know how to work out and that's it. So can you just take us through Agatha as a personal certified trainer?
Well, personal training is one of the most amazing jobs. It's either you have it or you don't, you know. You have to have the personality, you have to have the drive, you have to have the passion for it. And the mistake that a lot of people make is that just because they've been gymming for 10 years, they think now they can start training people. But it's very different when you have the knowledge in terms of certification, going to school, understanding how the body works, anatomy and all of that. So it's very important to get certified, and at home, get yourself a certified trainer. You know, it's not about the money, it's not about this or that, it's about your safety and just, you know, achieving your goals, but in a safe environment. Yes.
And then life coaching. People out there, you should know that life coaching is a profession that is profoundly different from counseling, motivational speaking. So can you just take us through life coaching? What exactly is entailed in life coaching?
You see, I'm a NLP life coach. And people don't understand. NLP stands for neuro-linguistic language. So neuro being the mind, linguistic is what we speak and how it's processed. Okay, so when I have a client and we go through stuff, I basically help them understand and look at things in a different way. So how they're thinking, maybe their thinking patterns have brought them to where they are now.
Yeah.
And they find themselves stuck. A lot of us have gone through a lot of pain.
True.
You know, we go through life and we have difficulties and we have challenges. So what happens with that is that we get stuck. So we start thinking that, oh man, I can't do this anymore, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not able to achieve anymore, or, you know, we get stuck in that.
Yeah.
And how we create these obstacles that will carry on in our life. So what I do is I sit with clients and we go through their challenges and make them look at things in a different light. And also, when you start looking, if you look at the brain, if you look at the mind has a brain. And what does the brain do? the brain is designed just to think. And when you have a thought, it goes into your subconscious mind or inner mind or the inside voice. So it goes to the inside voice, which cannot filter. It just says, bang, yes or no. So if you're going to have doubts and fears, and you're going to have all your issues, like maybe I can't do this, maybe this is not right, maybe he's going, maybe you had a relationship problem where the man left
like
you.
most of us do.
So you're going to paint that picture with every other man, and you're going to create that same scenario. So just you're leaving one man and another man, you're going to have the same problem until you don't realize that, you know what, I need to change the way I look at things. So the inner mind cannot think doubt. It just produces. So if you think this guy is going to leave me, you're going to project that this guy is going to leave me or run off with another woman or whatever your case is. So it will project those pictures because you're concentrating on it in a different way. So most of my times when my clients come, I do talk, we talk a lot, I listen a lot. And then I first deal with the pain. Because if the cup is full, how am I going to fill it more? I have to tip it a little bit. So the minute I tip a little, then I can fill.
Absolutely.
So that's what I do in my life coaching.
Right there, guys, I felt like I was in a
session.
I felt goosebumps because when you talk about the mind and then you talk about a human being, like people often take these things for granted, like losing somebody, and then you just feel, I'm just going to be in this little space for all the time because that person meant this and that. You forget that I live, they are gone, but I get to live. That is just an amazing thing that you are doing. We'll be right back with Munira and Agatha, the boss lady. Before we went for that short break, we were just with Munira. She was just explaining to us what life coaching is. She took us through the whole process, I want to believe, like what actually happens to the mind when we go through different situations, which is actually amazing. I've never been exposed to such phenomenal talent. I like to call it a talent because you have to understand that it's not everybody who's able to do such a job. So I want to call it a talent, and she's really talented, guys. So now, Agatha, one thing that I don't know if it's a norm or what, people think when we speak of physical training, physical fitness, we're talking about losing weight and becoming fit and looking all, you know. So I want you to explain to us what exactly is physical fitness. Where does it come into one with our mind and the way we think and the way we generally live?
You're absolutely right. One of the reasons why people see it as weight loss, and that's just about it, is because of the media. On television and you know, whatever social medias that we have, people are promoting their products. So they're tapping into your emotions through vanity, you know, and that's the weight loss aspect. And that's marketing, and we're falling for that. But we seem to forget who we become in the process of the fitness journey. We become more confident. We have our self-esteem rises, you know. You start having brilliant ideas. All of a sudden you're not hanging out with certain people anymore because you've chosen to live a different kind of lifestyle. So that's what fitness is for me, and that's what fitness is. Fitness is not really weight loss and vanity and having guns, having a six-pack. There's more to it than that. It's the people you meet in the class, okay? New relationships, you know, your social wellness improves, your financial wellness improves, because now you're working on a budget. You know, you need to buy certain kinds of food, you need to pay for gym. So your life kind of falls, you know, everything falls into place, you know. But it's like I'm saying, you know, it's who you become in the process. So with physical fitness, it's also one of those tools that an NLP coach would use. She assesses, she does all that, and she also goes off and says, you know, maybe try a bit of exercise. It will help you. So this is how the two professions merge. It's not really about us just saying, no, you need to go and lose weight. That You know, weight loss is a very emotional thing. I mean, like, I'll give you an example. I'll have a boot camp of 20 people, 3-month boot camp. First month is all hyped up and everything. Month 2, the numbers decrease. Month 3, I'm left with like 5 people. That's one example. Another example, winter comes, nobody's at the gym. So I found this very interesting because that says something about human behavior. Why do people do that? What is it that they're not connecting with? You understand what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot of things. Some people, you know, somebody will come to the gym and then somebody will make a smart little comment and say, you're getting a little too skinny. You know, you don't look nice anymore.
Yeah.
Why is that person taking that so personal that it stops them from going to the gym? So obviously there's some serious self-confidence issues there. So we don't see that it's deeper than people just being lazy. Or why is it that when you are frustrated, you resort to food? So you're an emotional eater. We're on a program, but you're not losing weight because you're going through all this. So it's not just being a personal trainer and looking at it from one side and not looking at the emotional aspect, which is what Munira does. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think now people had a question like, okay, we have a life coach, and then we have a personal trainer.
How do the two merge?
How do the two
Yes.
merge? And she just answered that.
Yeah.
Now getting back to you, Munira. Life coaching, you know, it's very exciting.
It is.
For me.
I think it is.
It's very exciting for me because I often think that dealing with the mind is a very hard thing to do. How do you find it dealing with people? Some people are very stubborn. I must say that some people are very stubborn, and I want to understand, how do you tap into their minds? How do you crack them?
Like I said to you first. First, I just let them listen. I need to listen it out too. And as we listen it out, I always go back to try to find out where the patterns and image and attitude comes from. So what I explain to my client is that you came into this world and you were manifested into your mother's womb. Okay? Now this took a man and a woman, and you are now an embryo in your mother's womb.
Yeah.
The first thing that develops in an embryo is the mind, is the brain. Now, when the brain is developing, what does it do? It's taking in information. So as it is already in the mother's womb, it's already starting to take information. It hears, it feels what is going on out there. And here we are going on with all life.
Yeah.
We're going on with life.
Yeah.
And we're really not conscious sometimes that, you know what, I'm carrying another piece, another part of me inside.
Absolutely.
And then this child is born. And when this child is born, then it comes into a belief system. Okay, from two parents, from two people, it comes into a belief system. Then another wall is built with attitude. Then another wall is built with image. So what happens is this child learns the belief system of the parents, what the parents do, how they do, what the family does, what the community does. This is the way we believe in things. The attitude of the mother or the father, they pick up. You know, so I look at my daughter so many times and I'm like,
She's exactly like you.
she is, you know.
Charity begins
at
at home.
It does.
Yeah.
And the other day I said to her, don't shout at, she was shouting at my grandchild.
Yeah.
So I said, no, just leave it. So she says, Mom, when I was young, you
You
would
did the
talk to
same
me."
thing.
So
Yeah.
I said to her, you know, it doesn't mean I did right. I also say I made mistakes. And I'm telling you, because I am a mom, I'm telling you I made mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes. So the attitude and then the image. The image is where the ego is. So what happens is this child, as you're growing, you pick up all these things and boom, here you are. But is that the true you?
No.
And so many times in my life coaching, people find that they became their fathers when they really hated everything about their father.
Absolutely.
Or they became their mothers, everything they hated about their mother. You know, we love our parents with due respect, but there are things we don't like and things we like.
Yeah.
But we become them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean they were right either. So in the life coaching, what I do is I just make a little crack for them to release. I am there to hold them. I am there to wipe their tears. I am actually a mother in my life coaching.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she is. She
You
is.
know,
Actually.
She has to be, yeah, she has to be, because I think with life coaching you also need those certain characteristics where you
Yes.
have to be patient, because I'm sure you've had a lot of different characters coming into your
I
office
do.
to do that. Sometimes you have the loudest one, the violent ones, and you have to be there to accommodate everything.
No, I also fight back.
And you also fight back.
I do fight back.
Yes.
I do get angry. And then I also joke.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that is who I am. But I need, for me to get to let the other person understand and help that other person, whatever it takes, I'm the mother there.
Yeah.
And that's how I do it.
Okay.
So what I do is I just make a little crack for the person so that they can find out who they truly are. So at the end, when they walk out, they will say to me, I am boom.
Which is always pleasing, I think, all
Oh,
the time
wow.
when you discover who you really are.
Yes.
And you get to understand, I've been living somebody else's life. Imagine your whole life living as your mother, your
Yeah.
aunt, or a friend that you have met. I think that's...
Or life, you know, where you were
Exactly.
hurt and the pain, where it sits. So if you were in pain, somebody hurt you or someone betrayed you, you think, oh my God, how could this happen to me? Why did he do this to me? You know, we internally break ourselves down, which is fine. You must look at it. But when you start building yourself up, you have to understand why these things happened.
Absolutely.
And let it go.
Absolutely.
As much as these ladies are phenomenal and good at what they do, I think after this we'll find out what other elements do they bring into life coaching and into physical training classes. So we'll be right back after this with more. So Munira just told us how she makes her clients find themselves. So now with you, boss lady, how do you make your clients find themselves?
Well, for me, it's a little like Munira's, but mine is always about, it's more about resilience and heart, okay? Because fitness is a very difficult thing, you know, for a lot of people. For me, it comes naturally, but for the person who's overweight out there, it's really, really difficult. So I need to motivate and inspire this person. This is why I'm always like, a personal trainer must look the part.
Yeah,
Let's just
and you're
start there.
always looking like this.
Let's just start there.
Yes.
Because as soon as you see me looking this way, you're like, okay, I think we're going to get somewhere. You start off with a client who is unfit. You're with somebody who doesn't believe in themselves at all. And you know, the little comments always come, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. And then
Yeah.
as soon as I look at that, I'm like, okay, it's time for us to find ourselves, because we don't have a spirit of, I can do this. So what fitness does for my clients is that it finds them from a physical point of view, where you're training and it's difficult, but you push through. I'll give you a typical example. Client comes in, ask them to do 5 push-ups, you know, they can't even do 2, you know, and it's that thing of, okay, I can't. But with a support system of a trainer, it's like, you can. Today is a bad day, and you need to understand that all this is baby steps. Then all of a sudden, I'm opening up their mind to, it's actually okay to fail. There's nothing wrong with failing. That's the first step. Day number 2 or day number 3, now they do 3 push-ups, 4 push-ups, you know, and then it's like, oh my goodness, I can do this. And then all of a sudden it's like, do you realize that it's okay to fail? Pick yourself up again, and then let's try again, and then look at what happens. So right there, this is what people miss a lot of the times, especially clients. They can't see that process from being not believing in yourself to the journey, and it's who you are becoming in that process.
Which is who you should actually be.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what fitness does. So it's a lot of things, you know. I also get them to I do assignments with them, you know. Go and figure out your body type. Because Naledi comes in, she shows me a picture of Beyonce. She wants to look like Beyonce. And I'm like, baby girl, you can't look like Beyonce because our body types are different. So I get them to research. And to involve the client is very important, because you let them take responsibility. their minds open, they realize what their body type is, and along the way they're discovering themselves. They're finding out things about themselves that they didn't know. And always, my clients are always like, you know what? I actually didn't know that I'm like this. I noticed that yesterday when I picked up the kids, it was like this, it was like that. And that's because of that assignment. When I did the assignment, I learned A, B, C. That's how you do it. It's not just about drilling people like we used to think. Get the reps in, sweat, sweat, sweat. Easy. It's about finding people and getting them back to understanding who they are, what they really want. Not what mama wanted or daddy wanted or what media wants. It's tapping into their emotions and saying, Naledi, you need to be whole again so you can function and give your kids, give your husband, give everybody the best that you can.
It's really beautiful because I've never been exposed to physical fitness in this way.
Yes.
Like it's really amazing. And now, Munira, there are certain things that I believe. It's my own belief, so people should not shoot me down for it. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. At times, okay, fine, you're gifted, you know how to talk to people and make them tell you everything that they've experienced, and you can tap into them and do that. But I want to believe that there are other elements, external materials that you use to enhance the whole sessions that you go through. So can you just tell us what other things do you use to get to go through your sessions with your clients?
I love using music. Lots of times I use music so that the client can reach the emotion and release. So I do use a lot of music in my sessions, but I use a lot of love.
Yeah.
Important.
The most important
Very
is
important.
lots of times my clients look back and, oh wow, you know, because we're so busy in this world. When you leave this room, there's lions chasing you, you know, and you're just going, and when someone slows you down and lets you have a good look at yourself and listens to you, because today this world, we don't even listen to each other. We don't even have time to listen to our kids. I mean, media, cell phones, we're sitting with our phones and we're sitting with television or on our computers or laptops or everywhere. We don't listen. So you're sitting down with someone who's giving you all the time to listen and helping you. So I do.
And I love the fact that she used the word, I use love. Because I believe if you show a person love, we don't know the situations that they've been in, what they need. But giving them that environment that feel free, I give you love for you to be safe. Because love is one thing that also guarantees you are safe here.
Absolutely.
So open up to me. But one thing that I've noticed with you two ladies, it's just not physical fitness trainer and Munira, the life coach. So I think there's a history between these two. So I want to find, because there's too much chemistry, guys, here, and I feel so left out. So I want to understand, how do you guys know each other? Where did you meet? Where did this relationship start? So I just don't think we're brought here by a life with Munira and Agatha. So can you guys explain that to me?
Do you want to go?
No, you go ahead, Agatha.
Okay, I met Munira through Ibu and Hajra, right? And I was training Ibu, her son, and I was also training Hajra. And then one day, you know, she wanted to do a little collaboration because she used to be a trainer and everything. And, you know, I went to the house and we started to chat. And from then onwards, you know, I've just had a relationship with the family. They're like my family, you know. It's gone. This is the beauty about my work. My clients become my brothers and my sisters.
So you have a lot of family.
I got so many people in my life, and amazing people. You know, Munira is like, she's like a mom to like everybody. You know, that person where you go to, you can have a conversation with. She's tons older than me, but I can relate. You understand? I still give her that respect because she's older than me, but I can still talk to her. You know, and that's important. So that's how we met, you know, through all of that. And it's an amazing family. It's a wonderful addition to my family. And more so that I've lost my mom. So, you know, I don't have my mom around. So she kind of like God just replaced my mom.
Okay, she really loves you. So can we also shower her with, I love Agatha. She like helps me wake up every day and run around the house 5 times. So what's your relationship like with Agatha?
My relationship, I just look at Agatha and I think, wow, you know, I wish I had started doing this, what I'm doing at a much younger age, because it's very easy to tap into the youth, you know, and she's doing some amazing work. And yeah, I get excited for her. She's like my child. When she gets over carried away, I say, hey, let's
Slow down,
slow down, Agatha, take it easy, you know. So I think it's a good combination where we keep each other at bay. I keep her calm and she gets me excited.
Yeah.
I think I'll have people know this. These ladies, okay, they do their work everywhere they go. We ordered coffee and then Agatha said, no, we need a bowl of fruit there. Physical fitness. And then we're here before we started the interview. She told me, no, just keep calm and just be yourself. So you guys do your work everywhere where you are. We'll be right back. Let me just enjoy my bowl of fruit without you guys seeing me actually do it. I just can't get enough of these two ladies. I feel like we should spend the whole day here doing this. But now on a much serious note, this is as much as you love helping people and trying to make them live a better life, but you also have personal goals in your career in life coaching. So where do you see yourself, or what do you envision for yourself as a life coach in the next, let's say, maybe 5 years?
Well, with what's recently happening with me and Agatha, we're coming out with a talk show called Alive. And in this talk show, we're using it to empower and inspire the Botswana youth and the people of Botswana. And who we are and who we really are and what is it that what we do. And why do we do what we do? And how did we get to where we are? So we're using this talk show to find out who everyone is and see what they do and how do they do it and how do they get there and what is it that they needed to do, and use our two different aspects and introduce them and inspire. My whole goal is to inspire someone and to let them find themselves, to let them be their best version of themselves. That is my goal. My goal is to help people find the best version. We all have a version of ourselves, but really, is it your best version? So that is my goal.
So the goal is motivation, inspiration. She's
Absolutely.
truly a people's person. You know, when they say a people's person, they're talking about her. I ask her her personal goal, and she still goes back to saying, I want to help people to realize who they are, which is absolutely amazing. It's a quality that she had. So I believe that she didn't just choose this. It was chosen for her. It's something that she was brought into this world to do.
Absolutely.
Speaking of motivation, it's something that you use a lot when you are doing your physical training.
Yes.
So what are your goals in the 5 years as well?
I'll start first with a personal goal for me. I'm all about personal development. I see myself being better and better every day as a human being. I see myself forgiving more. I see myself loving more. That is my personal goal, and I'm using this as a vehicle to achieve that. Second goal, for me, I love my country. My country's been good to me, and I feel it's an opportunity to give back. 5 years from now, Munira and I are crazy enough to think we can change this place. And Steve Jobs says it's the crazy ones who actually change this world. So we're looking at people being well socially, physically, intellectually, financially, environmentally, occupation-wise, and spiritually, and just emotions just being managed and people understanding who they are. 5 years from now, 6 years, 7 years, that's where we want to be.
So now let's talk Alive with Munira and Agatha.
Yes.
She mentioned what the show's about, inspiration, motivation.
Yes.
But you know, we have a lot of inspirational shows.
Yes.
What I love about this one is it's very specific, you understand?
Absolutely.
It's very specific because we have a life coach and then we have a physical fitness person, which is something that we have never really seen. You
It's a
understand?
different concept.
It's a different concept, but what I love about these guys, the chemistry, like I said, it's
Yes.
there. I wish you guys could be here to actually feel it, which is absolutely amazing. I believe that you guys are going to do a phenomenal job. We're gonna
Thank
touch
you.
a lot of lives. You're gonna touch a lot. I'm touching my life right now.
Oh, just
I'm getting emotional. That's touching my life right now. So this camera, that camera, you guys give the viewers at home your last words.
Everyone fall in love with taking care of yourself. You only have one life to live. You've got one body. Make it count.
Munira, take it away.
I always say to people, and it's a saying that one of Wayne Dyer always says. He says, if you can change the way you look at things, then the things you look at will change.
Absolutely.
So I truly believe that. And one more thing I always tell everyone, be kind.
Yes.
Be kind to yourself. We're never really kind to ourselves first.
So
That's
it's, you have one body, take good care of it, and be kind to that body, and everybody else around will follow in that positive route that everybody is just going to be following in. It's been absolutely amazing with you.
Thank you.
I've had a healthy meal today, which is not something that I do. I've learned a lot with life coaching.
Stick with us and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's something that I never really got to understand, life coaching, but now I'm glad that I understood it. It's not counseling, guys. It's not motivation. It's just how breaking all those walls that you've surrounded yourself with and finding out, who am I really?
Yes.
And physical fitness, you have had that. The boss lady said it's not always about I have a lean you can have lean muscle, but inside you're still saying she pushes you to find your inner self as well. So this is going to be one show that you would not want to miss. Alive with Munira and Agatha. From all of us here, it's bye.